Good morning all, welcome back to another stamp video. This is Silver Helm Coins and Collectibles. Welcome. Today we are further venturing into the stamp album. We did Botswana last week. This week we will be doing part 1 of Botswana. So let's dive straight into it. The first one we have is the oldest one I have, is the postage revenue. 5 cents from Botswana. Let's see if we can zoom this in. There we go. So this is the oldest Botswana stamp I have. It's 5 cents and it is avian themed, so it has birds. Quite nice if you want to add to the collection. Has been cancelled, but it has never been hinged. So that's the oldest one. Just make sure I put this nicely. Okay, and then let me just zoom into the whole one. Okay, so the thing about Botswana stamps is it was a neighboring country of South Africa, and well, it still is. That's why I have a fair amount of Botswana stamps. The next one would be a 5 TB, also vintage 1978. Once again, it is bird themed, wildlife, I'd say, but specific to birds. So this was the 5 Thebe in 1978, cancelled but never hinged. Beautiful, beautiful bird stamps. See, Botswana has a reoccurring theme. Next is they have some botanical 5 Thebe as well. This was also in the 70s. Botswana cancelled but never hinged. Unfortunately, I can see the corner of this one is a bit damaged. That's just what that stamp's story actually told. Whoops, let me just align these. And then, so we did Botswana last week, Botswana last week. Today I'll kind of do half of the Botswana collection, and then next week I'll do part 2 that covers the rest. So let's see how far we can get today. Next one is also 4 TB or 4 cent from Botswana, and that actually shows copper nickel. So that is a good metal that they make coins out of these days. If it's copper metal, copper nickel, they don't add silver anymore, so they use copper nickel. I think that's actually quite interesting for the channel, considering I do coins as well. The soaking was unsuccessful, and you can see there's still an envelope piece on the back of this stamp. I might throw it in again, see if I can get that removed. But that was interesting to see a copper nickel ingot on a stamp. So now I'm going to head over to the next series, which I do have some missing ones, but yes, as mentioned, we're going to go over to the next section now, which is this collection of, again, bird-themed stamps from. So yes, we can actually see that Botswana has a specific bird theme, or the other explanation I have is that the previous collector of my collection decided to stick with bird theme stamps for Botswana. So moving through this set, we had the 3 TB cancelled. This one I can definitely say is I did not remove the envelope properly, so the soaking was unsuccessful. Might add that one back again. So we got 1 TB, 2 TB, 3 TB, and now we got 4, which is the ostrich. This one was soaked nicely. Envelope is removed. Big old cancellation mark, but that's fine. And it's 1982 as well. So that's a beautiful one for the ostrich. Now I'm going to be looking at 5, which is a some form of pigeon, I'd say. 5 TB. So far we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So far it's complete. And then we have 6, which is some type of duck or a goose. That is the 6 TB, also cancelled, but it is complete. Then we have the 7, which is a young chick of some bird. I'm not too sure what bird that is, but 7 TB. Then we have 8 TB, which is an eagle or a hawk. I'm not that into birds, but also cancelled. Beautiful. Never hinged. This one was removed very nicely from the envelope. Really beautiful stamp. And then we're missing number 9. So we're missing 9 TB, and then we skip over to 10. So 10 TB. This is again from 1982. And then we skip again over to 15. So we don't have 11, 12, 13, 14. But we have 15. And then 25. So here's where we actually have quite big gaps in the set. And the last one I have is a 30 TB. So I hope this video wasn't too long. This is part 1 of the Botswana series. Stay tuned for next week for part 2. If you guys would like to join the Collectors Club, link is in the description or the first comment. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.